Do you guys remember Weldon?
Of course I remember Weldon.
Dude, I heard. Okay, because you know how like coaches like talk like they have like their notebooks and shit on stage, right? With the with you know like the bands and all that, like, right?
Uh-huh.
Right now. Well, I heard from one of my teammates who worked with Weldon that Weldon was like the biggest fake coach of all time because he was like the head coach of CLG, right?
Yeah.
And what he would do on stage was he'd walk around with his notebook and he would just like fake talk, like he would just move his mouth and fake talk when so that the camera thought that he was like talking during draft, but he wasn't actually talking.
What?
Crazy.
Yeah, he wasn't actually talking. Like he wasn't actually doing anything for the draft at all or helping at all. It was like all the assistant coach at the time. And he was like completely useless. Like he was like a complete fraud head coach.
Dude,
That's what I was
that's
told.
hilarious. I actually have a similar story where we're in the middle of our Korean boot camp for Worlds on TSM. And like our team, you know, we're obviously like struggling in scrims against the top Eastern teams. And like we're discussing draft. And at this point, Weldon is our sports psychologist. Basically, he's there to like guide us through like meditation and like has nothing to do with the game. It's all about like this other like sphere of the game where it's like has nothing to do with the actual game. And he is like piping in and saying like I don't know why we're prioritizing Rise. Like we should stop playing Rise. We should play like these champs instead. Like just like listing off like random champs that he likes. And Bjergsen is getting so mad. And I'm like talking to my teammates. I'm like guys, isn't it kind of fucking weird that our sports psych is like piping in during our draft meetings? Like should we like kick him out or some shit? It was so weird.
And then he became coach after?
Yeah. I think
So how the fuck does that happen?
He had his eyes at that point. His eyes were set on being the coach of CLG. Like he was already like in training.
Yeah, it was
Backseating IRL. Yeah, dude, you guys do not understand. Like, because like Soren's like real serious, especially like when it's time to get serious. He like we're doing our draft meeting and shit, and Soren wants to get this draft meeting done as soon as possible. And like Weldon piping in, he's like, he's getting so mad.
Holy shit. Yeah, I've had that happen on like every iteration of my team where someone from staff, like the GM or some shit, or like just someone who like just shouldn't be talking about draft, will just like start talking about draft for some reason, bro. Like, and you're just like, dude, like you can't say anything to them because they're your GM or something, but every player is low-key just thinking like, shut the fuck up.
No one wants to be a bad guy, right? No, you can't be mean about it, but like, I don't care. I'll be the bad guy.
Yeah. Because it's like it's undermining the coaches. It's like also just like weird because like their opinions are not really relevant to like the team, and it's just like holy fuck, like it's like please, you know.
Yeah.